How would you like to make a chicken soup that is so simple yet so tasty and have it all be ready in about an hour? You're watching the Bare Pantry Show. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. So recently, Joe, Joshua, and I got our vaccine, right? The first time around, the symptoms were okay. The second time around, everybody wanted chicken soup, except for Joshua, that doesn't like chicken soup. So take a look at what I did with this. I had a package of thighs. It was quite cheap. And I took 4 pieces out and I peeled off the skin and I completely took off all the fat that was on it. Why? Because we don't like all that fat on it. The thighs are fatty enough. And then I washed it off with distilled white vinegar and water. Why? Because I'm Belizean. Shout out to everybody who's watching me in Belize on Colorblind TV. And then I season it up with salt, black pepper, and ricotta. All right, you can put paprika if that's what you have. I don't like paprika because I wasn't raised on it. Ricotta looks like powder, but Joe crumbled the block of ricotta. Okay, so now what I've been doing here is chopping up some onions. You can dice this smaller if you don't really like onions in the stuff. You can make it a lot smaller, but I like it this size. And then I peeled and chopped up 1 piece of carrot, well, 1 carrot. And I'm saving the skin because I blend this for the dogs, so they get all that fiber. And I chopped up some cabbage right here. See the pieces? So you can pick them up in a spoon, okay? You don't want them shredded. And of course, I'm gonna have potatoes in the soup. So let me see. I've never really used this thing to peel a potato. I'm always afraid I'm gonna peel off my skin off of my finger. Hey, it's working. What's this side for? Nobody ever told me what this side is for. It has 2 sides. Oh, definitely not for that. We'll figure it out. So I'm just gonna peel a couple of potatoes. If it's gonna take a while for you to put them in the soup and they're gonna get black, just soak them in some water, okay? Some cold water. All right, let me get this one peeled, and when I come back, we're gonna start cooking the soup. Okay guys, use whatever oil you have, but I'm gonna use olive oil. Ooh, yes, it did not embarrass me today. You know that little clicky things going out on the stove. So put about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of the olive oil. I'm gonna let this come up to temperature, and then I'm gonna put the meat in there to brown, okay? You guys check out my other channel that's called Miss Bare Pantry. I just taped a show for that you're gonna see there next week, I think Tuesday. So you're going to see this on Monday, you're going to see that on Tuesday. Now if it's not hot enough, you could still put it in, you know. That won't harm anything, all right? It's coming. I have the fire blazing. So we just want to make these get brown. So we're going to sear them. You want to save this, because that's going to give the soup some color. Let me put some water on this. And no, this is not the blood, okay? I call that the ricotta water. Joshua's staying far because I don't want this to get on my camera lens. I'm turn that down a tad. They sell those things that you put the spatter to kill the spatter. Okay, that's not ready yet. Give it a few minutes, just to get them lightly brown. Simmer down. So while it's browning, I'm just going to toss the onions to the side there so that these can saute for a little bit, okay? Let me grab a wooden spoon. You could flip it over to the other side again if that wasn't brown enough. Alright, take a closer look at how the onions are looking. Not too bad, huh? And the onions are calming the pot down. I have it on medium because this is my double burner. want these onions to get all the niceness off of the meat. Flip it over and see. And these are looking pretty good. Doesn't have to be really, really brown when it comes to chicken soup. Normally I wouldn't make it in a pot this wide, especially being that this is only 4 pieces. This is for 2 people or 4 people because the thighs are big, so I'm going to have 1 for 1 serving and then maybe 1 the next day. So I'd say 2 to 4. This will probably go in my my little mini book. Let's pour the water. And we're going to want the water to cover everything because we want the chicken to cook. So I think that took like 10 minutes so far to brown the chicken and saute the onion. I'm going to cover it up. Has the hole so it won't boil over. Set the timer for 30 minutes and allow the chicken to cook. So that's 30 minutes. So the water has reduced quite a bit out of the pan. Take a look. So I'm going to put more water because this is soup, right? We want the broth. I'm going to put the carrots in first. I checked it out and they said that the carrots will cook quicker than the potatoes unless you dice the potatoes smaller. So I think these are good. So I have them soaked in the cold water so they wouldn't get black. Don't put the cabbage in yet because that cooks pretty quickly. Want the soup to have a lot of broth, so I'll put some more. And we're going to give it some time to cook the potato and the carrots till it's fork tender. At that point, we're going to put the cabbage in and then we're going to taste it for salt and black pepper again, okay? So the carrots are not as tender as the potato, but they're cooked. And they're going to cook a little bit more because we have to put in the cabbage, okay? I'm not going to put any spaghetti or pasta because that will suck up all my broth. So this is just going to go a little bit more. So a little bit over an hour the whole thing took. When I come back, I'm going to have my bowl all served up and I'm going to be tasting it for real with you guys, all right? I'll be back in a jiffy. I'm trying to get a little piece of everything on the spoon. Doesn't this look so wonderful? You don't need no chicken broth, no beef broth, no tomato sauce, nothing like that. This is so tasty. You can put other spices if you like, but if you notice I didn't put the onion powder, the garlic powder, cayenne, stuff that I normally put on stew chicken, nothing. I just want to taste this beautiful, understated broth. The carrot and the cabbage gives it a sweet taste. The potato gives it some body. You can scoop a little bit of white rice into this too if you want. I like white rice in my soup. But because I have all this carb already in here, or all this grain, I'm not gonna add the rice, okay? This is a elegant soup. It's gonna fill you up, it's gonna make you feel better, especially after you get the vaccine and you feel kind of droopy and not quite yourself. The first time I got the vaccine, the lady was so good. I barely felt it, and I didn't have any kind of skin irritation. This lady was, oh, she wasn't anointed to do it, guys. She just like jabbed me. I felt it, and you should see this big old thing look like a Dr. Fly bite me. I hope it doesn't turn out bad. Anyways, I'm vaccinated. That's the chief thing. Oh, let me show you how to eat soup. So you're supposed to scoop it away from you, because you don't want to get on your clothes. And you're not supposed to take the spoon like forward like this, because this is a soup spoon. See how it round? See how it's round? And then you sip it from the side. That's the one thing I learned about etiquette. I don't know anything else. Oh, if you're chewing something and you want to get it out your mouth, don't spit it out. You know, get a tissue or get the same fork or spoon and then take it out. I don't do that. I'll spit it out. You guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed what I produced today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share it for me, and I look forward to your comments. Till I see you again, bye-bye. Remember, guys, we are not buying this book. Because if you do, the only people that are making money from that book are my ex-distributor and Amazon. Pick up this book instead. This is my Belizean cookbook. It has 120 authentic Belizean dishes that I've done on the show already, but now you can have it in print so you can follow along and your dishes will come out perfect each time. Hot off the presses, this is my second cookbook, guys. It's called the Pantry Laid Bare, and I named it that because I laid everything on the line when I picked the recipes for this book, alright? 111 delicious dishes from basic ingredients. To purchase, just check below on any of my videos and you'll see the different methods of payment and also the shipping. Thanks, guys. You come and try this warm delight. You guys are not even paying attention to the fact that I'm wearing skinny jeans. Yes. This is from Miss Tari. She sent this for me. You might have seen this on my Instagram.